My story about corporate America is no way unique. I've been working for 20 years for the 500 for a Fortune 500 company, and being a graduate from Penn College and a product of Ivy League University. There's no surprise. I end up in a six-figure club working as a senior executive and climbing to the ladder to the climbing career to the career ladder in a steady pace, and it seemed like my rocket ship to success was unstoppable, but still I'm here. However, standing in the corridor and holding a pink slip handed that was handed to me by my boss, and he asked me to come in his office in 15 minutes to discuss the details. I'm sorry to break it to you, but your contract is terminated, he said to me. Our company, so the recession is forcing us to downsize so we can save some extra money, and the company is doing what is in its best interests. So we all have to sacrifice. Don't take it personal, Patrick. Old bastard. Can he? I imagine he can sacrifice. He can't. So he can't now. He can't afford another Lamborghini, and has to settle for his Ferrari, ordinary Ferrari, and his wife is forced to cut back on buying diamonds. And I have 3 kids and a mortgage, and I have something to lose. Who would? And okay, and on top of all that, today is my birthday. Just so you know what I'm feeling about it. Who would have thought? Would have thought? My services are no longer needed here. Should I go and look for another job, carrying my things in the box, and carrying away my 20 years in this company of 20 years of professional excellence and my pride? And how do I get back to on the market, being shown after being shown the door on this ruthless way? So at least I got a golden parachute. I negotiated about it a few years ago, and I have my my capital I put in stocks, so I can go and I can take my family and go on vacation. I haven't been on vacation in years, and sunshine and my money might heal some wounds. I remember when I came in this company, I was only 26. My eyes, with eyes bright, bright-eyed and enthusiastic. Bright-eyed and enthusiastic. I was ready to take on the world. I had just graduated from the university and was looking for a dream job. I had dozens of interviews and sent out hundreds of CVs, and a few employees were ready to offer me a job, but I wasn't sure if I should take their offer. And so I kept searching for appropriate position, and this job, I saw this job posting in a business magazine. It was just ideal for me because a lot decent pay and insurance benefits and solid retirement plan and other perks, and I had the right skills and the education level they needed. So I sent my resume and cover letter. And next week I got a call from a secretary, and she said if I was interested in this position, I would be interviewed yesterday. The interview was very short. I answered their questions and tell them about my internship and general background. And at the end of the interview, to my surprise, they said that I was offered the job right there on the spot. And you are the best candidate, they said, so far. But be ready, get ready to work really hard and to prove you can handle your responsibilities. So this is why I landed this job. I landed this job, and since then I've been promoted several times, shifted from various departments and offices, branches, and this, I should say, this was it's been a long and hard journey. I worked 24/7, not literally of course, but I felt that I never had enough rest. My typical work day started around 7, and I checked the emails and responded to some urgent ones. Then I had a cup of coffee and started straight to work, because I worked my work was 9 to 5. So I arranged meetings, I scheduled arranged conference calls, scheduled meetings, gave product presentations, runs financial reports, and made marketing and sales proposals, and returned phone calls. And in the evenings I had to go to the corporate parties and meetings, business meetings, and when I was at home there was more work, because we have branches in different time zones. And apart from that, I managed 150 people, and half of them have to quit, have to lose their job. What would they say to me? Mom, several times work was very hard. Several times I was on the edge of exhaustion, overworked, and sleep deprived. My parents were very worried about me. My mom worked as a teacher, and she liked her job, but had to quit because due to health issues, partly caused by her workaholism and poor home work balance. And my dad, and she was afraid that the same would happen to me. My dad worked all his life, most of his life in the factory, and he said if I was unhappy with my work, I should do something about it. He when workers back in his youth, when workers were unhappy with their job, they went on a strike. So he helped to decrease 24-hour shifts on day off basis to 12 hours, preserving the same pay. And so he was promoted to supervisor, factory supervisor, and had a very good career, successful career, and he retired 10 years ago. But I couldn't go on a strike because corporate white-collar America takes no pity to those who are tired. So when I was tired and I want to take a day off, it was not. It was frowned upon in my environment. But once or twice a year, when things become unbearable, I took a sick leave and went back on Monday. At some point, I almost had enough. I was on edge of giving 2 weeks notice when my boss yelled at me in front of my office for no specific reason. But my wife was on a maternity leave then, so I couldn't just stop working and leave my family without any income. So I kept working no matter what. But now I'm going to tell my boss what I think about him. If I was ousted from my position in favor of his nephew or other relative, I would tell him what I think of his authoritarianism, incompetence, and bad management. So I'm coming in, the lights are off, and soon as soon I step in, there's an explosion of confetti pieces raining down on me, and flashing lights, and bunches of balloons, and over my table there's a poster, happy birthday poster. I cannot believe my eyes. Am I dreaming this? Is that just a happy birthday prank? Haha, he really fall for it, my boss said. There's no way we're ever gonna fire you, Patrick. And his face was red of laughter, with laughter. I turn slowly back as I turn slowly leave the room, and I've had enough. I quit, this time for real.